You know, your body is doing a million things right now that you're not even thinking about. There's this one process, it's totally silent and invisible, but without it, well, you wouldn't be here. So to understand it, let's start with a couple of simple questions.
I mean, really think about it. How does the oxygen you just breathed in get all the way down to your feet? Or how does that apple you ate for a snack actually turn into energy that lets you think and move? It kind of seems like magic, right? But it's not. It's just really cool science.
And the answer has a name: diffusion. Now, I know, it sounds like a big, complicated science word, but I promise you, the idea behind it is so simple. And once you get it, you're going to see your own body in a whole new way.
Okay, this is it. This is the whole secret. Diffusion is just when things move from a really crowded place to a place that's less crowded, that's all. Think about it like a packed concert. What does everyone do when the show's over? They spread out into the empty space outside, right? It's the exact same idea, just with tiny little things inside your body.
Here's the easiest way to picture it. You take a glass of water and put in 1 drop of food coloring. That 1 drop is a super crowded area for color, right? And the clear water all around it is the less crowded area. So what happens? The color starts to spread out, moving from where it's crowded to where it's not, until, poof, the whole glass is one even color. Everything is balanced. That's the rule, from crowded to not crowded.
All right, so how does this simple little rule keep you alive? Well, let's look at its biggest job. I'm talking about breathing.
Okay, check this out. You take a deep breath in. Suddenly, your lungs are packed, totally crowded with oxygen. At that exact same moment, the blood coming back to your lungs from all over your body has almost no oxygen left. But it is super crowded with something else, a waste gas called carbon dioxide. You see the difference here? So using our rule, what do you think is going to happen? You've got a ton of oxygen crowded in your lungs and not much in your blood. Exactly. The oxygen moves. It diffuses right from your lungs into your blood, just trying to find some space. And just like that, your blood is loaded up with fresh oxygen, ready for delivery.
But here's the cool part. It's a two-way street. At the very same time, your blood is crowded with that waste, carbon dioxide, while your lungs are not. So the carbon dioxide diffuses the other way, out of the blood and into the lungs. Then you breathe out, and it's gone. An amazing little exchange happening with every single breath.
So, that's oxygen sorted. But what about energy? What about your food? Well, guess what? Diffusion handles that too, turning your lunch into fuel for every cell in your body.
So after you eat, your body gets to work breaking down food into tiny bits of energy, like glucose. That's basically a type of sugar your body loves to use as fuel. And after all that digestion, your small intestine becomes a really crowded place, just packed with all these good nutrients.
And guess what's right next to your intestine? Your bloodstream, which right then is way less crowded with nutrients. So you know what happens next. All those nutrients diffuse right out of the crowded intestine and hop into the bloodstream. And from there, your blood is like a pizza delivery service, dropping off that energy to every single cell that needs it.
Okay, so diffusion is great at delivering the good stuff, like oxygen and food, but what's maybe even more amazing is that it's also your body's personal cleanup crew. It gets rid of all the dangerous garbage. See, your liver has a super important job. It makes proteins, which are basically the building blocks for your whole body. But when it does this, it also makes some dangerous waste called urea. And trust me, you do not want that stuff just hanging around inside you. So, this is a real problem. How does your body get this nasty stuff out of the liver and out of your system for good? I bet you can guess the answer by now. Yep, it's our old friend, diffusion. The whole journey starts with the liver getting super crowded with this urea. So the urea does what it does best. It diffuses into the less crowded bloodstream. The blood then gives it a ride all the way to your kidneys. And your kidneys? They're like a filter. They pull the urea out, put it into urine, and send it on its way out of your body. Problem solved.
This is all pretty incredible, right? But it brings up a really smart question. If this is always happening, how does your body not get too much of something? How does it know when to just stop? Let's think about it. Imagine you eat something with a lot of iron in it. Now your blood is full of iron, and your cells are also full of iron. If more and more iron keeps diffusing into your cells, that could actually be really bad for you. So what does the body do?
The answer is so simple, it's brilliant. It just stops. Remember the rule? Things move from a crowded place to a less crowded place. Well, what if both places are equally crowded? Then nobody moves. There's nowhere to go.
So, if your cells are just as crowded with iron as your blood is, the movement just stops. It's balanced. No more iron can get in. And all that extra iron you don't need, it just stays in your blood until it gets to the kidneys. And they filter it out as waste. It's the body's perfect, automatic balancing system.
So when you put it all together, breathing, getting energy, cleaning up waste, and keeping everything balanced, you start to see just how critical this one simple idea is.
Let's just run through it one more time. Diffusion gets you oxygen. It gets rid of waste like carbon dioxide. It pulls the energy out of your food. It makes sure you have just the right amount of things like calcium and iron. It is this one simple, silent process that keeps every single part of you running smoothly.
And really, that's the big idea to take away here. Diffusion isn't just some random thing that happens. It is the silent, invisible engine that is constantly running in the background, making sure every part of your body has what it needs to keep you alive and healthy.
It's pretty wild when you think about it, isn't it? This whole incredible system just works all on its own, without you ever having to do a thing. It kind of makes you wonder, what other amazing, invisible things is your body doing for you right this very second? Something to think about.